2 days after Stranger Things had released, somebody said, hey, are you that girl from that show Stranger Things? It's just come out. I remember thinking like, oh my goodness, I had very short hair and I thought it was the coolest thing. Hi guys, it's Millie Bobby Brown here, and today I'll be sharing with you some of my firsts. My first word was caca. That was my first word. I was born in Spain. That was my first word. My first celebrity crush was Justin Bieber, probably, to be honest with you. I mean, I thought to myself last night, who was it? Because my mum said Zac Efron, okay? Zac Efron honestly wasn't my first crush. Justin Bieber, you know, if I was your boyfriend, like that to me, like that was my jam. Harry Styles, One Direction, of course. Timothy Chalamet, I guess, is like my one right now. Have I met Justin?
Yeah, we walked past him at Coachella.
Yeah, I walked past him at Coachella, but yes, he's a very nice human being, and I love his music. He's so amazing. And then Timothy Chalamet, no, because I think I probably would pass out, and it'd probably be a headline. And the Harry Styles, yes, I met him at a Ariana Grande concert and he was there supporting her. It was really nice meeting him. The first book I read was Robinson Crusoe, great book, and I read it for school. Oh, maybe The Hungry Hungry Caterpillar. That was a very good book. I could relate to that one very much. I'm always hungry. My first role model was the character Hannah Montana. I wanted to be Hannah Montana, very bad. My first pet was Dolly Brown. She was the best dog ever, and she was an English Mastiff. The first song I played on repeat was TikTok by Kesha. Wake up in the morning feeling like Pete Diddy. So, my brother's singing it in the background. Yeah, that was my favorite, and I always played that because I wanted to know all the lyrics. The first movie I ever saw in theater was E.T. I watched it in Spain with my mum, and apparently I cried, and she said, that's when I realized that you had a real, I mean, I was literally 4 years old and I cried at E.T. So I must have just had a real heart back then. Back then. I had such emotion, you know, at E.T. How did I even understand it? Okay, I have two first best friends. First of all, my actual first best friend was Summer Sherwood. Still best friend. Her birthday is a day after mine, so we always spend our birthdays together. We met, our families met. We met when we were babies, so I honestly couldn't tell you when we met. But Greer Morgan and I met. Her dad was the writer of a show that I was in when I was 9. And he brought his daughter to set, and we just literally clicked. It was like immediate. And we've been friends since I was 9. So she's the best. I love her. My first on-screen kiss was Finn Wolfhard in season 1 of Stranger Things. Naturally, it's very awkward, you know, when there's like your dad watching, a bunch of crew members watching, and you know, then you have your whole family watch it when it releases. So that's always, you know, an interesting one. But I got very much used to it, and you know, it comes with my job. Okay, the first time I was really embarrassed was never. I'm never embarrassed. I embrace everything. Don't I, Charlie?
Unfortunately.
Yeah, unfortunately. I never get embarrassed. I couldn't tell you a time because I just kind of embrace everything I do. The first person I followed on Instagram would have probably been my sister Paige. I didn't have many followers, and I think I counted that she would follow me back. The first person who followed me back was probably not Paige. Probably not my sister. Probably my mum. Well, yeah, maybe my mum. The first vacation I ever went on was Florida when I was a baby, and I can't remember it, but that was probably the first vacation I ever went on. I also was born in Spain, so my dad said my first 4 years of life was a vacation. The first time I knew I wanted to be an actor was, well, I think I've always wanted to be an actor. I don't think I've ever been like, aha, you know. I think I've always been like, yeah, this is what I want to be. I want to be like Hannah Montana. I want to be on a TV screen. So guys, mom, dad, help me get there. And then that happened. The first live music performance I ever been to had been the Summertime Ball. It's an annual, kind of like a music festival in London, and I went like 3 years in a row. I loved it so much, and I watched a bunch of people. I think I watched One Direction there. It was really fun. The first role I played was Alice in Once Upon a Time in Wonderland. I played young Alice. It was really cool. I loved it. I had a great experience. I wore a blue dress and I dyed my hair blonde for it, and it was really fun. The first time I was on set was Once Upon a Time in Wonderland. I played Alice. That was the first time I was on set. My first red carpet was the BAFTA tea party in LA. I did the red carpet and I had a panic attack the first time I ever went on a red carpet because I couldn't bear the flash. It was freaking me out. And I remember telling my dad, I don't like that. I don't want to do that again. That was not very nice because I just didn't like the lights. And he was like, all right, we'll go. And I remember just going into the tea party and feeling a lot more calmer. And now, I don't think I've honestly gotten better at the red carpets. I think I still kind of have a mini panic attack inside just because it's always very nerve-wracking, people screaming your name like that. Yeah, I'm getting better with it. I'm getting better. The first time I was recognized in public, I was recognized in Palm Springs. I walked into the lobby. It was 2 days after Stranger Things had released, and somebody said, hey, are you that girl from that show Stranger Things just come out? I remember thinking like, oh my goodness, I had very short hair and I thought it was the coolest thing. The first time I ever realized I was famous, which I kind of hate this one, but I'm gonna say it anyways, because I don't really think I've ever realized that I've been, because I think if you realize, then that's bad. I don't think you need to realize. When I met Obama, I think when he was like, you know, you're that girl from Stranger Things, but he didn't say that. He said it in a much cooler and Obama way, which he was like, I love your show. And I was like, oh my gosh, I can't even believe I'm talking to the president. So that was kind of amazing. The first time I questioned my career path, well, I don't think I've ever really questioned it, but maybe 3 days before I auditioned for Stranger Things, I was in London and I hadn't gotten any jobs for months and months, and I was just like, how am I like, this is so unfair. I've been rejected, I've been said no to so many times. Like, when am I gonna get a job? And then obviously Stranger Things came through right when I kept persevering. So I didn't question it, but it was definitely something that I was like thinking about, just because it's difficult. It's not an easy industry to involve yourself in. Thank you so much, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. Please stay safe and healthy, and I'll see you very soon.